Hey dreamers, what's up? It's your boy Motivational Chris back with another Motivational Friday. This is episode 6, and if you've been tuned in since the beginning, I want to thank you so much for your support, and it's really helping me get along with my public speaking and continue on growing myself as a person and as a businessman, alright? I'm going to talk about 3 things today. First is going to be perspective in life and business. Second is going to be how to lose an argument, and third is going to be the principles you need to remember to be successful in terms of, let me see my notes real quick. Remembering their names, remembering people's names, clients, friends, all of that stuff. All right. So I'm going to go into the first thing here, which is going to be perspective. When I came back from Europe, it's been about 2 weeks since I've been back in the States. I've been looking for a way to maximize my revenue stream so I can make my company profit more and take my whole lifestyle to the next level. And as I've been looking to change that income, I've had to change my perspective on how I was going to get that income, if that makes sense. Learning and working with different mentors, as I grow, I see their perspectives and I start to change mine to their perspective so I can make their type of money. Now, with that being said, it's a very tricky thing because when you're in the situation and you're looking at it, you're thinking, okay, I might not be able to get out of this. It might be too hard, whatever the situation is. But when you start to change your perspective, you might see things that you didn't know were there or didn't actually think about because you weren't thinking in that direction for it. Now, this is a very important thing both in life and business because most people allow their perspective to basically categorize them and to keep them in that one thing. So you want to be able to grow past that and build, all right? So that's first thing on perspective. Second we got is how to lose in arguments, aka how to win the sale. In this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, over 70 years old, classic sales and marketing book. It's just talking about how to build relationships. And one of the principles here is the only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. So when you avoid the argument, it allows you to have a different perspective. Most people get caught up in the little things. Oh, I want to be right. I want to be better than this person, so I'm going to correct them on every little thing. I was watching a Super Bowl game with a guy that every stat, every player he wanted to say something about, and if you said something, he was always correcting you. Oh, no, that's not right. He got these many touchdowns. He got this many yards. Like, bro, I don't care. Is this making me money? Is this making me change my life or go towards my dreams? No. Most people are sitting there trying to argue and win over things so they can have that little second of oh, I'm better than this person. Give it to them. Let them have it. You don't lose nothing from it. What you lose is the time when you start arguing with them saying, no, I'm right, you're wrong. And most of the time, the person that's arguing with you, no matter how right you are or how wrong they are, they're always going to be more in depth in their beliefs after an argument than before the argument. So they're going to be even stronger opposed to you than they were when you started. So with that being said, let them be wrong. Let them, unless it's something you're trying to correct. Oh, no, it's not that. But if it's something minuscule that you can't really spend time on it, oh, you understood what it meant. Keep moving forward. And that'll help you start seeing and getting opportunities a lot better. And your knowledge is going to be so much better because you're not trying to exert knowledge, but you're receiving it. The point of a conversation is not about what little minuscule thing was wrong in that conversation. It's about the overall intake of that conversation. So when you're sitting there listening to that, you get more residual income afterwards, or residual knowledge afterwards, because you sat there and thought about it and not just try to go off on the first little thing that came out wrong. You know what I mean? So that's the second thing right there. Just avoid arguments. So how to lose an argument? Avoid it. How to win an argument? Avoid it. If you win the argument, the person is now less likely to do business with you. If you lose the argument, now you just look like you're incompetent. So at the end of the day, it's better to just avoid it completely. That's one thing. The last thing that we're going to talk about is remembering their names. This is one of the key principles in this book as well. So people are very self-focused and they don't want to hear about you, your business, what you want to do, whatever, this and that. So remembering their name off of the strength is one of the key elements in penetrating that security guard that's blocking them from listening to you, as they call it. right? Let's say the person has a security guard in their brain and they're saying, oh, I get 2,000 ads coming at me. What is going to make this person stand out? Oh, well, maybe if they remember my name. Oh, my name's Chris. How you doing? Oh, Chris, my name is Bill. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for coming here today. And then you continue to say the name. Oh, Bill, I really love your business. It's very nice, this and that. Later on in the conversation, Bill, so how many kids you got? Bill, so what about this? Bill, what about that? Next thing you know, Bill is letting me more and more into his brain and past his security guard and listening to my pitch, listening to my business, listening to things that matter to me just because I'm saying his name. So this is very important. A lot of people, I used to have this problem. I still have this problem where I'm good at faces. I remember faces very easily. I remember interactions with people very easily, but I have a hard time remembering names. So I've literally, because of this book, started to practice repeating names in my head over and over, especially when I'm going out and doing sales. Oh, what was that person's name? How do I say it again? Okay, practice, practice, practice. Because that is going to help me move forward. One of the main things that made Clinton president of the United States was the fact that he can go to Ohio, not go there for a year, go back and remember the janitor's name that was there. That was one of the main things that people loved about him. That the president of the United States could remember their name, could remember what they were doing, how they were doing, oh, how are the kids, how's everything going. That little aspect goes so long because people don't see that anymore. People are more so concentrated on their lives, their things, and they forget about the other person. Always stay focused on the other person when you're trying to build your dream. Why? Because if you are too focused on just building your dream and talking about what I'm doing, how I'm getting it done, the other person is not interested. All right? That's very important keys. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and peace for another Motivational Friday.